And wow, was it tricky to get in here tonight. And for those of you who scroll back, and hi, Elaine. Wow, it was tricky to get in here tonight. It was really, that's why I give myself a half an hour to actually get all this done. This doesn't always work 100% smoothly. Hi, Big Rob. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome to the Woo ship. Yeah. And I'll wait a little bit, so I'll talk a little bit about some things. What I'm planning here is I'm going to do a live reading, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what I see coming up on the horizon, and we can all chime in on that. Hey, Pappy, how you doing? Hi, Marie Bond. Hi, let's see, YTFP. YTFP. Do, 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 do. Gemini. Hello, Jim. Good to see you, sweetie. Good to see all of you. You know, I don't know if you saw my little spot that I put on before this to remind everybody it was coming on, but it's like, I always get in here and I go, I wonder if anybody will show up. I don't know why. Somebody always shows up. If it ever happens that they know, and I really will be like deer in the headlights, but no, I'll probably go on. I am. Oh, but I'm so glad to see you. I just love you. I just love to see you come in, and it's just so much fun to be with you. Hi, Cookie. Hi, Great Lakes, Sasquatch. And hi, Kim. Oh, wow. It's coming in fast. I almost can't keep up. Well, my dear sweet mods, please, if I miss somebody, welcome them in because I want everybody to feel welcome. I know it's always nice to be acknowledged. I've actually been to streams where nobody acknowledges anybody at all, ever. Hardly, except maybe one of their friends that they came in with or something. I don't know. It was weird. And it was so weird because I'm used to you guys. See, I'm used to a real stream with real people really chatting to each other instead of just a bunch of people commenting randomly to whatever. I don't know, to impress people, whatever it was they were doing. I'm not sure what they were doing. Anyway, that's not the kind of chat I want to be in. It's no fun. It's okay. You're lazy. Okay. You can be lazy, Cookie. I don't care. I'll just make it. And you all understood that perfectly, right? Yep. Okay. Wonder where Bommy is. Okay. So basically, I was going to talk a little bit about what I've been seeing. Now, last time, I got to say, last time I looked at things, people asked me to look at things, I was right about it all. It didn't all happen here, what I saw, but it did all happen. But I got to tell you, I got in trouble with some people about it. Some people actually gave me trouble when I said it and said, don't tell people that. You need to give them hope. You can't tell them these negative things, and you can't. It's like I have to warn you. If that's what I'm seeing and you're asking me, I'm going to have to tell you the truth. I can't help that. You know, it's like I was trying to say, I'm not trying to be negative. That really is what I see. They're saying, well, I didn't see, I saw something different. Well, oh, yeah, okay. So you saw something different. And I'm sure it's valid too. But this is what I'm seeing. And I love this person dearly. But we had a little tiff over it, and it's like, I can't help it. I got to tell the truth or I'm going to be out of business. I can't help it. So You know, I'm not going to lie about what I see. Oh, gosh, you are so right, Aaron. That's what I see too. This is going to be the weirdest. I mean, you thought the first part of the year was weird. This last part, wee. Honestly, and I mean before when I see because I was talking about before I was talking about well I see if we don't get ourselves back to work I'm seeing famines, I'm seeing riots, I'm seeing um, plague of insect plagues. I mean, just terrible things, floods. It all happened, but most of it happened to China and fires. All of this stuff I was seeing, it all did happen. And if we hadn't at least partly figured out how to get back to work, we would really be suffering now. We wouldn't have the resources that we do have. At least right now, we do still have them. So I'm just saying, I saw that we were going to come out of it, but that it was going to be kind of a rocky road in between. Well, this is going to be a crazy land. Yeah. This is going to be crazy land. This is going to be bizarro world. You're going to be, don't worry, spring will come again. But that's why I'm trying to get people ready. It's not going to be a bad thing in the end. In the end, it's going to come out good. But meanwhile, the old order is not going to go down gently. Let's put it that way. No, there's going to be fighting and kicking and screaming. It doesn't even matter who wins because there's going to be madness over it anyway. It's going to be disputed no matter what happens. And you know what? I'm using my pendulum and I'm sitting there with my mouth open saying, what? Just to check it. And I'm going, okay, let's start with the basics. People are going to want to know. Trump is going to win because you have to put it in a positive way. Trump is going to win. Yes or no? Because you have to ask it yes or no. And it's going, yes, Trump wins. Okay, fine. That means Biden is going to lose. No. What do you mean no? Biden's going to win? Yes. Wait a minute. Let me recalibrate this thing. Trump's going to win. Yes. Biden's going to win? Yes. What? Okay, let's try it the other way. Trump's not going to win. Yes. Biden's not going to win. Yes. Is this dang thing broke? What the heck does that mean? We're on a knife edge, and it's going to be disputed. No matter what happens, the other side is going to call foul. It doesn't matter. They're both going to win. They're both going to lose. Eventually, it looks on down the road like Trump eventually does come out on top eventually, but not before a whole lot of weird. What am I looking at? Oh, hi, Mystery. I didn't see you come in. Hello. I'm looking at just what's coming up because it's a good time to do that because we just finished a whole bunch of stuff. You see, this is kind of a new year for some folks. Some folks count this as the actual new year, as the end of an old. And when the harvest time ends, the harvest stops. And it stopped right on schedule, by the way. The harvest, or rather the growing season stopped right on schedule. And we're going into the harvest and then the winter months. So it's a good time to stop and reflect. And for a lot of people, this was also a time to remember your loved ones that have passed, and that you would even start to see them at this time of the year a lot easier than you would at other times of the year. That's why they would celebrate the Day of the Dead and stuff. And so it's also a good time to look ahead and see what's coming up, because it is a full moon, and full moon's a good time for prognostication. So I'm using these big words just like a professional. Prognostication. So I was trying to look at the election. First of all, I figure that's probably at the top of a lot of people's minds. And oh, and by the way, I want to say, do you like my new attire? I just wanted to do, I think I'll come in costume. What the heck? I used to be a costumer. I think I'll just come in different costumes from time to time, and just to be doing something interesting so you have something visual to look at. But if anybody else has some predictions too, you can also come in. We're going to have time for you to come in and tell us about it too, because I'd love to hear about it, what you see, if you see anything. And if you don't see anything, put on your glasses or whatever. But yeah, I'm looking at the election going, well, this is gaga. And after that is more gaga. Oh, yes, Brian. Yes, I certainly do. Yes, Mystery. I miss you. I haven't seen you in ages. You got to start coming to my stream, girlfriend. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it here. I hope you do return. Oh, went out last night and got rid of some negative energy to the moon and set some intent. Good for you. Oh, good for you, Cookie. That's exactly what you need to do. Yes. I'm not going to put that up there, Bomber. Okay. As long as it doesn't have brown tooth, we're okay. Anyway, everything is progressively getting stranger and stranger. Well, we survived. And what doesn't kill us makes us stranger. And it's getting like that this year. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, poor Bummer. Well, we're going to intend that it all gets straightened out. We had a kind of cloudy for a little while, and then it got like a spotlight. It was that blue, blue, blue. Really was blue. Really blue. Blue-white light. Hey, Etri. That's okay. Well, but like I said, we'll intend that it all works out for Bomber. So I'm sitting here. Okay, both candidates are going to win. Both candidates are going to lose. What comes after that? Everybody arguing about it. Protests. Back and forth, crazy stuff. And I have to be careful here. Let's just say Mr. Trump needs to be careful and keep his Secret Service around him. That's how I'm going to say it. Because it's not going to be pretty for a while. And stuff is going to be tried. And I don't know if we're going to hear about it. We may or may not hear about it. But it is going to be attempted. Bad things. And then there's going to be accusations of treason. Going to be trials. There's going to be... Right now, I don't see, around where I am anyway, bad weather yet. Is it going to be a bad winter? You know what? I'm going to get my... Let me see if I can find my little... I'm trying to think of what questions. What questions do you guys have about what's coming? I'll do this based on what you want to know. We are better as tribes, and this is our tribe, and welcome to it, Mystery. We have a wonderful tribe here. We have a wonderful tribe. The people in my chat are the bestest. They really are. And they're very informed. You can just talk. You don't have to explain every doggone thing. There's a few people you still got to explain things to. But by and large, these people know things. They really do. So you can just talk to them. And they already know what you're talking about. So let me do my little pendulum here. Let's see. Are we going to have an unusually... Okay, only the highest and best. Only my good guides. Only... Okay, and to get this rolling, my name is Diane. Okay. My name is Diane. It's acting weird. It's kind of shivering. I think it's scared of what I'm going to ask. It's my pendulum. My little pendulum is a little butterfly. Okay. Once again, Trump is going to win. Yes. Stop. Once again, Biden is going to win. Yes. Yep. Okay. And then there's going to be a lot of... Right. Yeah. A lot of tumult after that. A lot of political stuff. There's probably going to be... Is it going to be violent this time? Is there going to be violence? Yes. Okay. Is there going to be, like, are we going to see what some people have said, a revolution? Like, and I probably should define that. Are we going to see a revolution like the guns and... Okay, not the guns kind, but are we going to see the other kind of revolution? Yes. Is it going to be... Okay, stop. Is it going to be mostly fought with the internet? Is what I'm getting. Yes. YouTube with videos, through an entirely different means. The real revolution is not going to be... Okay, that got the flow going. The real revolution is not going to be with guns, although that'll show up. Violence will happen. But that's not the real revolution. The real revolution is going to be with us. People like us. People are going to... Check. Is that right? People are going to start putting their foot down and saying no. No and no, yeah. There's going to be people that they're going to say jump and they're going to say no. No. No, we ain't going to jump. Ain't going to do what you told me. That's a song. I ain't going to say the rest of it. Um, one right. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it looks to me like, yeah, yeah. I am going to move some stuff. Please join me on some of the other venues I suggest, and there are others. There are different there are different mediums. There are different other versions of YouTube. I am going to stay here. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave YouTube. But in order to say some of the stuff that must be said, I'm going to have to do it on some other formats. I'm going to have to do it on one of the many other things that are springing up. There are other places springing up, and I will post them. And if you're not on MeWe yet, please consider it. MeWe is a social platform like Facebook, but without the relentless data mining. And we're there. I'm there with the Ohio Woo crew, and Bami has the Weirdos, and we also have people who can help you with technical issues. Uh, darn right, passed before Brian. Cheesesteak is still around. It's good that Cheesy's still around. I'd miss him. He was funny. He was really funny. I'm sorry to hear that, Mystery. See, I've known Mystery a long, long time. And, well, does anybody know what happened to Tyler? I worry about Tyler. Tyler had a wonderful channel called Secure Team 10. And I used to watch that all the time. Used to really look forward to it. He got targeted. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Does anyone else know your MeWe password? I hope not. But mine is Ohio Woo Crew. So if you come on MeWe.com, please look us up. Come on to Ohio Woo Crew, and everybody will say hi and welcome you in and let you, we can friend each other and do all of that stuff and pictures and whatever. And there are all kinds of clubs to join and everything. And you can even do a little bit more than you can on Facebook. So we have got to start populating these other platforms, because I think there's going to come a time when we're really going to have to be like way too careful on these really popular ones owned by you-know-whosies. Now remember, this is all just in-game advice. This is a big game, right? Covering my butt. This is a big game, and this is in-game chatter. I mean, we're not trying to tell you what to do or diagnose anything. We're not talking about anything real, because we're all in the Matrix, and this is just a game. So, this isn't real. Yeah, censorship is surreal. So, Tyler, I haven't seen Tyler in a long time. That's why I'm worried. Okay, let me see. Because he was getting threats. He was onto something big. I don't know what exactly, but he was onto something big. He had already had Bob Lazar on, and he was onto something big. And then he had all kinds of trouble after that, as people do. Okay, is Tyler okay? Yes. Stop. Is he just laying low for his own good? right now. Is that yes? He's not in. Is he incarcerated or something? No. Good. Is he health-wise okay? Not too good. He's got something going on with him. That's not surprising. Will we ever see Tyler again? Yes. Okay. Maybe not his secure team, though. Yeah, pain is real. It's the one where Tyler, I never can remember the number, but it's the one with Tyler that Tyler hosted. Secure team. Maybe Secure 13 is what he's hiding out as. I don't know. I'd have to check it out. But he might be hiding because I had to do that for a while. It's only been recently that I've been able to get anything done. For years, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get anything to work out. I think whoever was watching me got tired. Or something happened to them, maybe. Maybe they have much bigger fish to fry. I don't know. Because people get shadow banned all the time. I am not surprised. Strangeland. He says Tyler had bad insomnia. I wouldn't doubt that. So let me see if I missed anything back here. Yeah, it's a struggle to type on my phone too. My phone just says a whole bunch of things that I don't mean it to say. It's just a smart ass is what it is. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to look into Discord. I am going to look into Discord. I will. I was on Discord, but I was having technical issues with it. So I deleted it, but I could put it back. Okay, there is stuff like the NewTube and library, which has changed to something else, and Duke knows all these things. He knows all of them, and I think he's on all of them. But I think we need to take all the streaming. Some of these have streaming. I could actually get free streaming on some of these. So if you come on over, we can stream over there, and then we can say what we dang please. And I'm going to find these locations. I'm going to let you guys know, and you can come on over, and we can say what we want to say and do what we want to do without the censorship. And I'm really looking forward to that. But I haven't got everything figured out yet, but we're going to get there. Discord allows streaming. Do you have to pay for it? That could be my answer. Yes, please, D. What am I doing at Tree? Oh, letting everybody know where the new stuff is. Okay, and face chats. Okay, good. Yes. Okay, well then we're gonna go do that. The streaming. Yeah. We're gonna go do that. We're gonna take this spaceship over where the land is free and the skies are clear, and we can say what we dang well want to. Okay, and that's the revolution. Just ding, ding, ding. That's it. People are leaving the big cities. They're leaving. They're too dangerous. Not only that, but with people working from home, they're sitting there going, why am I paying these high rents to live in a crap hole, basically, because that's what cities mostly are. I'm sorry. No matter how nice they are, they're too packed together. They're not comfortable. They're too expensive. Cities don't really work. It's not how we were meant to live. And anybody who thinks that we're overpopulated is just not paying attention. Go on to uh, Google Earth, look around. The overpopulation bomb is a dud, complete and utter dud. And all of the steps that China took to ensure that they wouldn't be overpopulated it's all backfiring on them now. They got a lot of problems. And now that they're having all of the troubles that they're having, they're going to be lucky to have people left to do anything. So get the heck out of it. If you're in a city, a big city, find somewhere on the outskirts to be. I'm on the outskirts of a small town. I'm near places. I'm about 20 minutes away from a lot of places. So, find yourself somewhere out in the country, but close enough that you can still get what you need to get. And I'm still intending that the Earthship colony shows up, which is actually a Earth land-based thing. It's not a spaceship thing yet. We don't quite have that technology privately for ourselves yet. But when we do, wow, I'm taking y'all for a ride. But right now, we're going to have to ride the Wooooo ship here on the interwebs. Okay. 7% of the land is, oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, communist censorship in this day and age. You know what? It doesn't work. Cities don't work. They don't work. They just don't work, folks. It leads to overpopulation, leads to dirt and disease and madness because people are not supposed to live all piled together like that. It just leads to so many problems, and we don't need them. We can decentralize and be great. We can decentralize and be better, and just have these hubs that we all go to in order to get stuff done when we need to physically get stuff done. But do we all have to live in a city? No, and we shouldn't. I think people should be leaving the cities. And there are some places that are looking like a ghost town. And, one of my friends, Chris, is saying that LA may be the next Detroit, or New York might, or both, because people are leaving. It's too expensive. It's dirty. It's overcrowded. For all of the benefits, you can get all those benefits extra elsewhere. We can move the benefits to, places where everybody else can get to them without living piled on top of each other like that. We don't need that. We really don't need this stuff. Yeah, I know. There's places everywhere. Well, yeah, there are areas of the earth that are not habitable. There are plenty of areas that are habitable that are not, nobody's there. Your nearest neighbor is 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes away. And there's a lot of land. Go look. Get out of the city and go look. You'll see. Go on to Google Earth and take a look. People are living. I'm living in a wetland. There's a bog down the street. There are people living in the desert in Earthships. In the freaking desert. And they have enough water and everything to sustain them. Now, we don't need cities. We don't need them. Yeah, I think that's probably a better rule of thumb than those guide stones. Maybe we ought to just keep a certain limit on how many people can actually dwell in a city because before they have to spread out. All right, spread out, you guys. Remember Mo, Larry, and Curly? Spread out, you guys. There's only three of them. Oh, she got a new. It turned. Bommy's new video did not come up for me. I want to totally connect with nature. You know what? That's another thing. Cities, you lose your connection with nature. You really do. People get so unreal. I think that's what part of the problem is. You know, part of our problem is we have politicians that are so out of touch, so dang out of touch. Why? They don't live in reality. They don't know anything about reality. Yes, they did, in fact. And then if you find something odd and anomalous, like one of my friends swears he found giant skulls in a cave, and the Smithsonian came and cleaned up, and they never heard another thing about it. That's the way it goes, folks. Here. Wow. Yeah, they are, Bomber. That's what I'm saying. They'll get better once they get out of the vibe of the city. It's just nasty. You know, not far from Toronto is an Earthship. Somebody actually built themselves an Earthship a little bit outside of, I believe it's Toronto, in Canada, and they're making it work there. So we've got them in the desert. We've got them all the way up in Canada where it gets very cold. We can make Earthships work anywhere, and we need to get onto it. Now, for those of you who don't know what an Earthship is, it is a completely sustainable home. And usually they're built with atriums so that you can grow at least some of your own food. They're self-sustaining in that they create their own energy. They harvest water. They harvest energy from the sun, the wind, or if there's a running stream nearby, they filter the water coming from natural sources like rain. And that's probably why they were trying to get the legislation so that they so that you can't harvest rain, is because that's what the Earthships mostly use. They're trying to do everything they can to keep everybody on the grid, and it's just not going to happen. I think a lot of people are going to go off grid as fast as they can. Well, that may come eventually, Marie. I don't think it's coming right away. I'm hoping it's not coming right away. There might be a mini ice age, but I think I'm going to intend that there isn't. And you know what? I can do that. And so can you. Gotta go? Okay. Love you, Mystery. Take care. Hope I see you again, dear. Yeah, come back anytime. I'm on. I'm only on 2 nights a week right now, but today and tomorrow. But you're welcome anytime, dear. Yeah. See, that's the problem. Yeah, allegedly we're already in an ice age. But whether that's going to, yeah, Earth goes through them. Yeah, they do go through them. Earth goes through ice ages. It's, I don't know. I don't know, Kim. If you will be gone or I'll be gone. I think I don't die soon. I don't see an exit coming up for me soon. So I'm thinking, yeah, we might have to help each other, Etri. This is the thing. We're all going to have to learn to be a tribe again. That's what I think. I think what we're really going to have to do is to learn to be a tribe again. Because we have forgotten, but we're beginning to remember. And I think we will remember. And I think when we remember, life will get a whole lot better for everybody. I really think it is the way to survive what's coming up, all of the changes that are coming up. We cannot rely totally on the government. We have to rely on grassroots and each other. Belle! Hello, Belle Prepper, the portal hug monster. Well, I hope soon you're the Wooooo ship hug monster too, and the ocean swagger hug monster someday. Uh, oh, what happened to Bomber? I missed it. Oh yeah, that is what I hear is happening in the cities now. It's not just dog poop, human poop too. Yep, people are jogging through all that crap. Waste of all kinds. Nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody cares. It's horrible. Well, you know what? This is the thing about people turning on us. If we are a strong enough tribe, we'll be able to handle that. Yeah. I mean, look what happened during Katrina. Can we rely on the government to come over the hill and rescue us? Don't bet on it, is all I'm saying. Don't bet on it. The only people that care about you is your friends and family and your tribe. That's all. That's the people that really care about you. Right? So we better have those around. So it's okay, Strange. We're all like that sometimes. Hey, yeah, you know what? Somebody needs to just remind people. We're still human. Come on, act like it. Act like you know how to do something, like you're not an idiot. I mean, people are acting like idiots. I know. I had people in my old building from Katrina. It was horrible. There were the bars were still open though in the French Quarter. There were some bars that stayed open during the whole thing. They were kind of the refuge. Was it a church that everybody was going to hide? No, in the French Quarter, it's the bars. That's where everybody hides to wait out things. It's like go to the bar. You might as well, if you're going to wait out a disaster, you might as well be completely tanked so that you're not too nervous, right? Yeah. Well, but don't go crazy. I agree that we need to start storing things. I have already done that. I'm already in the process. Although I do have somebody that comes over here that is paper crazy. I hardly ever use paper towels. I use towels and rinse them out. And she just goes through paper like crazy, like a mad woman. And it drives me nuts. It's like, oh, darling, what's going to happen to you? You know, when never mind. I'm not even going to voice that. Um, Oh, okay, I gotcha. Mr. Hanky. What is Mr. Hanky? Do I want to know what Mr. Hanky is, Jarvis or Chris? Cookie. Sorry, I almost said it. Um, oh, yes, I think there is light at the end. Wait a minute. Let me see. Okay. Will we see the end of the coronavirus? Yes, we will see it. Okay, stop. Will we see it anytime within the next year? No, not yet. Okay, no, it doesn't look like we're going to see it. Are we going to see another lockdown? Yes. They're going to attempt another lockdown. Okay, stop. Is it going to work? That is, are people going to put up with it? It's circling. It's circling. That's the wrong question. Is that what's going to lead to the revolution? Yes. Okay. Are people going to start to say no? Are people going to start saying no in a big way? Yes. Yes. That is going to lead. They're going to attempt another lockdown, and that's going to really start the revolution right there. Because people can't take another lockdown. They're not going to take it. They're going to go nuts, start going nuts. Yep. Well, yeah, I don't think it'll be a full lockdown. Is it? Is it going to be as bad as last time? No. Doesn't look like it's going to be quite as bad. Okay. So, do we see the end of the coronavirus in a couple of years? Yes. Okay, so we got one more year of this crap, or maybe a little less. And then we finally see the end of all this crap. Okay. Curfews. That makes sense. Yeah, Texas seceding from the Union? Could be. You know, I saw that, wait a minute, I saw that a long time ago. That there was a possibility of states seceding from the Union. That was some time ago. What if that was about now? That could be about now. There could be there have been some that have talked about it already. Wow. I hope so, for your sake. Please, Jim, realize I know somebody who works with older people, helping elders, and she said her 90-year-old patient made it through Rona. She's fine. She made it through fine. People can make it through the virus. Even really old and really sick people, with the right help, can make it through the virus. So don't think that that is any kind of death sentence. It is not. It is not. So just because she's sick doesn't mean she's gonna die. Many people do not. It's a big scare tactic. I'm sorry, but it is. And you know, they may say, well, this is only in game. This is only a game, right? But honestly, I've heard so many people. I'm here with a bunch of elderly. We're all still here. I'm elderly now. I made it to elderlyhood. I know I don't look like it, thank you, but I am. So, and I already had it. So I'm fine. Only thing is, I'm having the weird loss of hair, but it's growing back already. Really weird. It was weird. Okay, well, we'll keep sending the energy, okay? Everybody, right now, let's send some energy to all of our loved ones that are dealing with the virus and its treatments and its all of its effects surrounding it. Let's take just a moment and send out a love and a healing vibration and pray in whatever way you pray. I don't tell anybody how to pray. That's up to you. It's free country still. Okay. And my intentions are everybody who's sick with it right now find their way out of it okay, if that is their will. Now, some people have chosen this as their exit, and this is an exiting time at this time of year. A lot of people use this as an exit. And if that's happening, then it's gonna happen. But if not, boy, wow, did it heat up in here. We got some energy flow going. Wow, that was fast too. That was like really fast. It's like an oven. I'm gonna have to put this down. Whew. That was like an oven all of a sudden. It's a lot of energy. You guys, do you know collectively you have a ton of energy? That's amazing. I can feel. Whoa, making my nose run even. Wow. Right. Uh yeah. Well, me too. I tend to kind of isolate a lot, but we can't isolate entirely. Humans just aren't really meant to live that way. We need our tribes. Uh, but Pappy, I do understand. I second the thought. I kind of like to be alone sometimes because people are just so erratic sometimes and hypnotized. Uh, she might be, and if she is, just know that she won't be that far. I wrote a song. I think I'm going to sing it at some point. It's about that. I wrote a couple songs about that, about how they're not that far. If you want them to hear you after they pass, just talk to them. You might even hear them answer. But it's not the same as having a physical relationship, seeing them, and it's not the same. It's not never going to be the same. However, they're not gone. There is no real death. We are immortal. Even the remote viewers at far sight saw that. We are immortal, regardless. That isn't going to change. Yep, I didn't want to say it, Marie, but I am seeing food shortages coming up. Make sure you're stocked. Now, it may not be in your area, but it is going to be some places. We may have to help some people, even if it's not us. We may have to help people. So get ready. Okay. Really, where do you live, Aaron? Wow. Oh, Kimberly. Well, thank you. Yeah, I felt it. I felt y'all. It's hot as heck in here. It's like summer in my apartment right now. Right. Well, that's what the tribe thing is about. Pappy and Bomber. Tribe thing is real. We need it. We need this crazy stuff out of our lives, though. We need to intend that to be gone and better things to take its place. That's really how things happen. It's really hard to get rid of an old broken system unless you can come up with a better system. That's what needs to happen. We need to come up with a better system and that people just naturally use to replace the broken, worn out system. And that's just the way things work. When we find a better system, we usually eventually bring it in if we're allowed. Did Truth make it in? Hi, Truth. How are you doing? Right, is it hot over there too? Yes. This is the energy we're raising. Yes. We're raising a lot of energy. Oh, thank you, Jim. Yes, well, I used to do guided meditations on a regular basis. Every Sunday, I did a guided meditation, the tree meditation, and we had tremendous things happening. I may start that again. I may start doing guided meditations. We had amazing things happen, healings and every other darn thing. So if you guys want that, let me know, and I will make some kind of space for that. Okay? Maybe in these later broadcasts, or maybe we will find an earlier time, but if you want to do that, we'll do that. Just get in touch with me. Hey, Ken. Wow. It's just warm as heck in here now. Oh geez. I may have to turn on a fan. And it's been cold. It's cold tonight out there. See, this is also the Reiki, what they call the Reiki energy, is a flow. It's a natural flow. We can call on this. It was even taught in public schools for a long time. And then they took it out. Why? Well, I think most of us know why. It was too useful. Right? Oh, Bomber, did you try the rice cure for your phone? Stick it in a big jar of rice and let it sit there for days. And then you take it out and it's fine. That's what you do with a water-drenched phone or any other electronic equipment. You shove it in some rice and let it sit there a long time. Maybe a day or two. Yep, I'm thinking of opening a window. uh, oh, look at how tricky she is. Reach me by commenting on one of my videos. I know I did the same thing. Bomber, you're my girl, I tell you. You are. We still got to talk, girlfriend. There's some stuff we got to talk about. 2 a.m. there. Well, let me see. It's 12:31 here. So, huh? That's odd. It shouldn't be a half hour off. That's really odd. Okay. Well, hey, Ken. It's good to see you. You don't have to take it apart. You just throw it in there. Oh, it's dead, not wet. Not just wet. No, it really was, Kimberly. We checked on this. My teacher talked all about it, Paul. It was in schools, and actually several people have brought that up. It was commonly taught a long, long time ago, though, not for many years. But back on the farm, I guess they needed it. I watched my dad heal my dog of paralysis. He was a little wiener dog, and he hurt his back. He got paralyzed back legs. I watched my dad heal my dog. He knew about that stuff. I think that's where I got a lot of my ideas from. I kind of owe him. Darn it. But yep, you can find that out if you dig, Kim. You'll find it. Or I really should do something on that. I will have a Reiki master on here at some point, and you guys can get to know a Reiki master if you don't know one already. Oh, well, I had great things with her, yeah, never put it in the microwave. Oh. What? What happened? Oh my gosh, Ken. Okay, we need to pray for Ken. We need to send Ken some healing. Whatever you got, we got to send him some. Oh, Ken, that's horrible. What a horrible feeling. It's awful. Oh my gosh. I'm going to leave that there a moment. Send some energy to Ken. Wow. They've tested the rice thing. I've tested the rice thing, and I'm telling you, it works 100% fine. I don't know who they are. You really trust them? I don't. I don't trust anybody anymore. 100%. I really don't. But they've tested the rice thing. I've tested it. It works fine. Give it a shot. It's what harm can it do? It can't do any harm. Hi, Aussie. How you doing? It works pretty fast too. Do as you like, baby. I'm just saying rice is easy and cheap, and it works. It really does work. You know what? Now I'm thinking whoever they are, they don't want you to be able to get your phone back. They want you to buy another phone. That's what I'm thinking. Anybody else thinking that? You know what? Aren't you tired of it? Aren't you just so over it? It's like that everything is a freaking lie. And everything they help you that could help you, they try to discourage you. Yeah, it works good. See, I tried it too. Yeah. Oh, Aaron, you absorb a lot of water or emotion? Water is a symbol of emotion. Yeah, never trust what they say, ever. Yeah, it is. It's good. It's good for taking wetness out of anything. Rice just soaks up water like nobody's business. Whew. Hey, Denali, good to see you here finally. So good to see you here. And Aussie and everybody's. So the guide says it's dead. Okay. Well, maybe we'll have to resurrect it. Anybody got a resurrection spell? Cookie, you got a spare resurrection spell in your back pocket somewhere? Roll a 20. I'm sorry, that's a gaming geek thing. Yeah, they said that They say all kinds of things. I don't trust any of it, but do as you will. Hey, it's your life. Um, everybody's got a right. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kimberly. Need to send her some energy so she can get some money. Me too. I'm on the edge. I'm good though. I am. I'm okay, but I am kind of on the edge. So I'm looking for uh, ways to increase a little bit. I'm looking around for things I can do. Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, Chris will have it all taken care of. Resurrect spell. I can see him looking through his book right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, and good luck with the no smoking thing, with the quitting smoking. I managed to do it. I hope so too, Kimberly. I think it will get better next year. I think it might get worse, a little bit worse before it gets better though. It'll start to get better and it'll get worse because it'll be struggling and then it'll get eventually better. But I think we're going to have to do quite a bit to make it get better ourselves. Yeah. So that's the way I see it, folks. We've got, let me see. Let me see if I see anything else. I might drag out the cards for a few minutes. Um, if y'all want me to. I wish I had a good way to take a picture of them. I'm trying to figure that out right now, how I can get two cameras. I'm thinking I have this little device around my neck, this phone. I'm thinking of bringing my phone in on another account, letting it be streaming as a guest, streaming the card readings so you can actually see the cards. Because the camera's aimed at me, aimed at the cards, and having to move the camera back and forth is really hard to get it focused just right and everything. So we need a way to like quickly go back and forth on it. And I keep checking for, I ended up with gum in my hair. Anybody who's ever had long hair knows what fun it is to accidentally get gum in your hair and then not be able to find it right away. And then it shows up eventually, right? If you have long hair, sometimes you can't always find it until you start brushing, and then yeah, I think I will go with that too. This week, we're gonna see. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad, Rotman. I'm glad, Ken, that your horse was happy to see you. You got a horse. I always wanted a horse when I was a kid, and then I realized how much work it was and stopped wanting one. They give me a look when I ask about saving your photos and stuff. Oh, ow. Yeah, I already got it out. Thank you, Kimberly, but I did get it out. Mail will do it too, or anything greasy. And then if it's still not coming out too good, then hit it with the ice cubes. Yeah. I what I did, wasn't, it turned out it wasn't in that bad, and I just very gradually pulled the hairs out of it, and then I used a little bit of coconut oil. I figure that's pretty slippery. Yeah. Oh, the coconut oil worked like a charm. Oh, stealing your horse off the, from the same place? Your horse is at the same place? And the landlady trying to keep your horse? That sucks. Well, awfully nice, isn't she? Oh, yeah, WD-40. Yeah, that works. Bummer. You've got to save those things. You can't keep them on your phone. I've done that. I've lost so many things from just neglecting to save it onto another medium or in a even in a cloud if I have to. There are some clouds that aren't so bad. I mean, you don't have to save it to Google. There are other ones. Yeah, there may be a way to retrieve them. Here we have some people who are very good with that sort of thing that can help, but it usually isn't cheap. Is Aussie going? Okay. Well, nice to see you here, Aussie. Good luck with the smoking. Okay. Well, we might be able to save the photos. Yay. Okay, yeah. Put stuff in the clouds if you have to. Hey, it was good enough for Sophia. She had Yaldabaoth in the clouds. Didn't find him for a long time. Anyway, yeah, that was a kind of a bad joke. Whoa, that was not an earthquake. That was me just moving the desk so I could sit differently. I don't know how people without a comfortable chair, how I would be able to sit, because I can't sit. Whoa, almost did it in that time. I can't sit still forever. So I have to kind of move around a little bit. Yeah, there are techs who specialize in getting stuff off your phone and tablets and things. Yeah, green juice. You know what, Denali? Since she's going to have to get her stuff off it anyway, you're right. She needs to just take it to a place and let them do it. Yeah. Oh gosh. Airplane turbulence. Yeah. Well, it's spaceship turbulence. I forgot to check the inertial dampeners. Hang on. Let me double check here. Oh, okay. It's all tweaked now. We should be fine for a while. You know what? Honest, guys, I'm going to have to take this out. It's too hot in here. It's like a sauna. I'm sweating. We are raising, and my hair's going to look all goofy. Wee! Okay. That was my Bigfoot impression. It was lame, but whatever. Oh, gosh. I'm going to have to take this off, too. I'm going to have to keep going. A good thing you guys can't see down past here. No, I'm kidding. I'm dressed. I hate to tell you, I am actually dressed. Oh my gosh. Whew. Ooh, strong. Like I like it. I like strong coffee. I like strong ginger ale. I want it to be hot. Hot, hot, hot. Yeah. Okay. Get out the Bigfoot trap. She's a werefoot. A were squatch. Okay. Yeah, watch it. Ginger beer is wonderful. I love it. It's my favorite. Oh, thank you, Marie. I always enjoy when you come over, sweetheart. Hugs, Sissy Poo. You're one of my Sissy Poos too now. I hope you know. I adopted you. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bummer. What am I going to do with you, girlfriend? Ginger beer in a copper cup. That's called a Moscow Mule. Right. Oh, yeah. I love ginger beer. And the hotter, the better. The stronger, the better. I make ginger tea, and I make it strong with a real root, real strong. Burn all the way down. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what, though? The bulletproof guy, I forgot his name, but the guy who came up with the whole bulletproof diet and everything, who's got the very, very low body fat and very healthy, whatever. He came up with ghee in coffee, and guess what? Whipped. You got to whip it in, though, in order for it to be good. Whipped. It's kinky. But that's good. And so is coconut oil. Coconut oil is lovely in coffee. Whipped into coffee, it turns out. And sometimes I whip a few spices in there too. It's really make it kind of a coffee smoothie. It's wonderful. You know, just put the dang thing in some rice while you're arguing about it. Let it sit there while you're trying to figure out what else to do. When you pull it out, I don't know, it might be okay. I don't know. If not, you can just keep worrying about it and trying stuff. It's not going to kill it. Black Rifle. Oh, coconut oil powder. Do you, Kim? Kim says she uses coconut oil powder. Never had that. Oh, yeah. Ghee or coconut oil and whipped into coffee, or sometimes I use a little bit of both. Oh, it's good. It's really good because, you know, fat carries flavor. So all of you girls who are fat, well, okay, I'm not going to finish that. Never mind. We won't say that. Yeah, butter. That's what ghee basically is, clarified butter. It's really good. It's yummy. Okay, if you had a mug of ginger water and put some money in it, what do you have? Okay, I think this is a riddle. Does anybody want to answer before Strange tells us? Oh yeah, Shaga coffee. Yeah. Can of butter. What's can of butter? I haven't heard of that. Canna plant? Chaga. Oh, that's another thing, you guys. If you haven't tried shrooms in your coffee, woo! I know this isn't woo. Am I disappointing you guys talking about this instead of the woo? Would you rather go back to woo? This is the woo spaceship, but you know, we love this our coffee and stuff. We like our goodies. Ah. Hemp butter. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, usually a lightning bolt means it's charging. Oh, the Four Sigmatic mushroom cocoa. Oh yeah, that sounds really good. I have the seven shroom coffee, and it's, oh gosh, is it good? Oh, okay. And here is his answer. Here's the answer, or the answer. Yeah, lightning bolt usually means it's trying to charge and it can't for some reason, isn't. Oh yeah, coffee. Gosh, we go for the woo, we end up with coffee. Well, spirited coffee. Oh yeah, and cacao, pine pollen for allergies. Yeah? Can you have pine nuts for allergies? Would that help, I wonder? Coffee can be used as magic, that's true. You know, food has a woo side. It really does. Because, I mean, if you think about how magical it can make you feel sometimes you just feel like, you know, and you have the right meal. Like I would get um on a Wednesday, I used to go, and before I'd see the dollar movie, I'd go to a place and have a dinner and a drink. And somehow it was just so wonderful to just sit there and relax and have a steak over salad and a drink. Oh my goodness, that was awesome. I feel so good. I just relaxed. My body would just be absorbing the protein and the nutrients and just like, oh yeah. And then the rest of me'd be saying to the alcohol would be saying, oh yeah, relax, relax. It was great. Yeah, you can't charge it when it's wet. Woo coffee. That's right. One day, you know what? One day I'm going to have my own brand of Woo coffee. Heck yeah. I'm going to call it True Woo. D. Ocean Swagger's True Woo coffee. That's right. Okay. Scott Cunningham, book on the magical correspondences for herbs and spices. Right. Everything has a magical correspondence. And Aaron says it's wet and it can't charge already. Quit trying to make it do something it can't do. I know when somebody tries to make me do something I can't do, I get very, very upset. Just like, what do you want from me? Poor little phone sit there go, you know what? I can't charge. I can't. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make light of it. I make light of everything. I've used a blow dryer to do all kinds of things. So de-alcoholized red wine, which is like decaffeinated coffee. And I sit there and I look at decaffeinated coffee. Pardon me. Oh, yum. Yeah, I've had the non-alcohol wine. It's non-alcohol wine. What can you say? It's sparkling. It's pretty much sparkling fruit juice. But what the heck? Um, Carl Jung. Yep, I'd have to buy that too, probably, and stash it away. I still have a bottle of Big Brother somewhere. Big Brother beer, chocolate beer. Weird, huh? But it was pretty good actually. Weirdly good. Chocolate beer though, who would have thought? Reiki can be used. Yeah, it can. And actually, I think I'm going to try and get that Reiki master in here sooner than later so you guys can practice. Because really, you just need to start the flow. Now you can go on and get higher and higher masteries of it, but really everybody has the ability. And once the flow gets started, you can use it for just basic stuff. very easily. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, Young was a smart guy. Uh, well, that was made just for you, wasn't it, Kimberly? That bottle was just waiting there for you. Okay. Oh, good night, Big Rob. Thanks for coming. Um, I have a feeling we're probably not doing enough Sasquatch stuff. We don't have enough Sasquatch on this show. But there's so much Sasquatch around now. There are so many Sasquatch shows, honestly. But I am going to have a Sasquatch show. It's all related. Everything's related to each other. What you eat, what you see in the skies, what you see in the land, everything. And you see, you commonly hear it. I have heard many cases, anyway, myself, where they have more than one phenomena going on at the same time, like a UFO and ghost, UFO and Bigfoot. A lot of it has to do with UFOs, though, or Bigfoot and other cryptids, or uh, just all kinds of things. They're just connected. Squatch bell. We need more squatch bell. I think you mean squatch bell. Instead of cowbell, we need more. We need to bell the squatches so we know. Okay, Big Rob. Thanks for coming. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to go on earlier on Mondays, because I know some people are just, this is very late for them. I'm trying to find an earlier time to be able to come in and do this. I'm not quite sure when that's going to happen, but we'll see. Well, good. Yeah, I learned pretty young too, but I only partly learned it. It was like, and then I forgot for a while because, yeah, it is all connected. Oh, is Chris going to? Oh, no. Okay, I see. Imagine that. There you go. Right. That's true. Because, yeah, I think anybody who wants to at least get the flow started should have that happen for them, regardless of whether they can pay. It should be just a human right to be able to have that. It's a natural thing. Now, if you want to get your mastery and you want to learn more and more about it and all that, but I think really my Reiki master has a free Reiki night every 2 weeks where you can come in and get just a very basic attunement so that you can uh, use it. There's a lot of things like distance Reiki and stuff that you need more attunements for. It's not really much of a learning, it's more of an attunement. I think a lot of learning, really a lot of higher learning, is not so much teaching people, it's attunement. You're attuning to it. Right, Eckhart Tolle. And one of my teachers, Lola Jones, a lot of her stuff was influenced by Eckhart Tolle. So, yeah, the technique. Everybody has power. They need to get the flow going sometimes. Well, you know what? They do that. Denali Princess has a reincarnated dog. You know what? I've had the same cat 3 times. I think about 3 times. The first time I didn't realize. But yeah, thinking back, I think it was the same cat. And this cat loves me. He just loves to come back and be my cat. But how much do I know about astral projection? Well, I do it a lot. Uh, I am a remote viewer and a remote effector, if that counts. And as far as astral projection goes, I guess that does count. Now, out of body experience where you like totally get up out of your body and start floating around, it's a little different. Where it's like it is here. That's a little different for me. But I can, and this is what I want to warn you guys about too. Social media. Take a bunch of pictures of your place and post it all over. You know there are people that can travel on pictures. I can. I can travel to your place with a picture. Other people can too, and they're not nice people. Some of them. Some of them are great people, some of them are not. Would I recommend a book on it? You know what? These days, I think I would recommend a video. I think I would recommend you look online and look into the frequency videos that play a frequency to attune you to it. There are many now. And I think that would be the fastest way to go. Because unless you want a book, I mean, there are books on it. But I think really fast, we need to realize everything's frequency, everything's vibration. You can go online now and get your dose of vibration for almost any purpose. Well, I think maybe it would be great. Oh, pre-record. You know, I've been thinking about doing that, some of this. And I've been thinking about doing the remote viewing too, because the remote viewing is almost like a prelude to that. If you can remote view and you can remote affect, then you can travel. That's my take on it. You ought to be able to travel. But at least you be able to get somewhere. I think this is going to be a time period when a lot of people are going to be and need to be looking into their gifts, the gifts that we all should have. Yeah, it might be easier to pre-record some of these things. Yeah, I've thought of that. You know what? This is something too I've noticed. A lot of us astral travel and we don't even know it. It's true. Until we wake up really tired. Your theory on why Bigfoot won't be photographed is... Oh! Denali, you got a point. You got a point. Okay. I would have to think about it, Aaron, because I'm sure there are much more complete things now than when I was starting out. I can't even remember what I read when I started out. But I can look into it. What I think is probably an accurate source and get back to you on that. I would have to do a little research. But I will tell you that how you will see things when you're remote viewing or doing anything, it's the same screen as when you're daydreaming. Now, when you're popping out of your body is a different thing. I'm more into bilocating. I don't like leaving my body entirely, but maybe that's an old thing from way back, because I had some trouble with that. Yeah, it can be done remote, Bomber. It can. Energy attunement. Energy attunements can be done remotely. Oh, well, might not have had the right one, Aaron. You might not have had quite the right one for you. That's also true. You know what? I used to do it very naturally, but because in school they told me that you would die if you didn't have oxygen and there wasn't oxygen way up there, I would get afraid. And when I would start to fly and float out of my body, I would get afraid I wouldn't be able to breathe and I'd pop back in. Dick Sutphin, that was one of the ones I was trying to think of. Yeah, Dick Sutphin. Thank you. He explained it. Dick Sutphin explained it. Llewellyn has books on it. I'm trying to think of the other one. See, it's just not coming to mind right now. But yeah, Dick Sutphin. Um, right, right. I agree, Pappy. That's why I was mentioning it. It's the same thing. And you'll see it on the same screen. Really? That's interesting. That can happen. Do you know that people have been pulled back from death by people? There are people who have been pulled back from death, people pulling on them back from death, floating up out of their body and getting sucked back by their loved ones. Well, here's a sad story with maybe a happy ending for the other person, though. I hadn't been dating for a while. I hadn't found anybody I liked, and I finally was sitting around outside a church meeting, and I go to a unity church or a spiritualist church. I don't go to any of the standard things, but he was sitting around out in the lobby. You know, I was talking to him. We were having a great conversation, the two of us, and you know, he was talking about how he was single and so on and so forth, and I said, well, I am too, and we agreed on a lot of things and just seemed to be vibing so well. And I said, well, you know, I'm single. And he said, I'm sure we'd have a wonderful time together. I really like you. But here's the problem. I'm dying of cancer. And I know it. And I've cut all my ties. And I'm ready to go. I've made my peace with it. And I don't want any connection with this place when I'm going. I don't want anything to hold me back. I'm ready to go. He'd made his choice. And I said, well, I have to respect that. But you know, that sucks. And he says, yeah, I know. Why didn't we meet each other sooner? I don't know. We met each other then, at least. But hey, that's another. And then I moved here. I have the great luck with this. And then I moved here, and a guy was kind of hitting on me and wanting to date me, and we hadn't really gotten to know each other very well yet before he ended up being taken away on a stretcher and died of cancer. I'm like, wow. Well, it sucks. Yeah. You know what? I think so too. You know what? I think that's what I think so too. They're probably vibrating something or other, and that's what's doing it. There you go, Bomber. Right. See, that's an interesting thing. That's why the shaman would always have the drum, or a lot of us would have helpers when we're trying to do that, traveling to the different realms. Yeah, you have to do that because you can kind of get lost if you're not careful. It can be kind of hard to come back. So good that you brought that up. Oh, yeah. Well, that can certainly happen too. I know that I hit a point in my life when I had to live with my mom again for a little while. For a while, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And she was very religious, like 24/7 televangelist channels. Oh my God. You couldn't turn on the TV without it being a televangelist show. And the more she listened, I'm sorry, but this is just what I have noticed. The more she was into that stuff, the crazier she got. Until she got really, really nuts. And then it was just, I mean, and then they finally diagnosed her with Alzheimer's. So, and I don't think it helped at all that her church group that she went with always met at McDonald's afterwards. And she ate at McDonald's all the time. It's like, oh, jeez. Yeah, isn't it weird? It's like I've had 3 different guys die before we can get anything done. Now, I did have one guy live, but he seemed to be the god of death, or his representative. Now, he was a strange fellow. Everybody would tell him when they were going to die and how. I was there when it happened, too. And sure enough, one of our friends died exactly when and how he said he was going to die. I remember saying to him, Chris, he was a Chris, or Shaky. Yeah, I always called him Shaky, I think. Shaky, why are you going to die? He even said it was going to be on his birthday. Coming home from the bars, his friend would be driving. He'd hit that tree. Finally, he'd get that tree that he always missed before. It'd be that tree. Guess what? That's what happened. And the guy I was dating at the time, yeah, he was a Ray. Ray is actually Ray Mound. It means the burial mound of Ra, and they're associated with death. And so, it was so funny because he couldn't even get a credit card. You know how people mail you credit cards if you're working and you got an income and everything? You get credit cards mailed to you. Well, he wasn't getting any mail to him. He couldn't figure out why. It was because they thought he was dead. So many things about him were strange. But then again, he didn't die on me, at least. So, he was a strange dude, though. Yep. He's the one that told me he was actually a lizard. That's a whole nother story. Yeah. Sorry for yours too, Bomber. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, well, true enough. Sometimes I wonder. I went to somebody and asked. I said, I said, what's going on here? I said, I didn't tell her the whole thing. I just said, seem to be having some trouble with my love life, among other things, when I was getting a reading. We were swapping readings. And she looked at me and she goes, there is no man worthy of you right now in your environment anywhere. I'm like, what? No, you don't know what you can do. Nobody knows what you can do. I'm like, back at that time, I was like, what's she talking about? I know I got some skills, but. So anyway, I said, well, that's not exactly great news, but it's interesting news. And well, sometimes I think it would be a distraction for us. I did. Oh my gosh, yes. Um, yeah. What did Etri say here? Yeah. Um, I think there is a reason. Yeah, too much to handle. Well, it's always been a problem, but I'm smart. Yeah, that's one. I'm talented. That's another one. I'm very strong-willed. That's a third. You know, men are not really looking for that in a woman, mostly. But yeah, I think maybe some I might have scared off. Some actually, I did have one say, "You're too wild for me." Whatever that meant. I didn't think it was that wild, but boy, he was seeing me in my toned down days too. He really would have freaked out though if he'd seen me in my younger days. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, Kimberly. We could be related. Yep. You never know. Hmm. Too much something. Too much something. And that happens to a lot of people, especially women. Strong men love strong women. Haven't met very many strong men then. Where are they? Where are they? Maybe they're already taken. But yeah, I would think a strong man should be able to handle it. Actually, I had an online love. I had no problem. And if at the time I could have made it happen, I would have. But we were really good together online, at least. I think we would have been good in person too. But we were a distance apart and couldn't quite bridge the gap before, once again, he died. Um, yeah, where are these people hiding? Yeah, if there is a guy like that out there, I haven't met him yet. But like I said, this may not be the life where I do that. This may be a life when I do. Or it may be something that's not due to happen. I mean, I even got a reading from Deb about it. She said, well, yeah, you're going to meet your soulmate and whatever. And I might have, but I'm wondering, actually, between you and me, I think what happened, he wasn't physical. I met him in spirit. Because after my online love died, he came to me in spirit. How's that for a story? He came looking for me. Yeah. Yeah. And strangely enough, my vibrational match is on the other side. I do believe he is my twin flame, and he's on the other side. You don't think you're going to find a squatch that's right for you? Because what are you going to find in the woods, you know? Wow. I didn't know we were going to get into this subject. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know. I agree, Pappy. But I think I met him. And I think that's him. And I think he's already on the other side. Now, that doesn't mean I can't find a nice soulmate to cuddle with and have fun with. That's what I'd like. I think I'd like that. Hey, I'd like to find a nice soulmate to cuddle with. That might be close enough to be fun. Yeah, let's lighten it up. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, anyway. If you go out in the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. If you go out in the woods today, you'll never believe your eyes. Okay. Okay. And I agree. Hey, you know what? The truth is, though, there's still a lot of fun to be had. You know what raises your energy? Is gratitude. Folks, you need to be grateful for what you do have. Want to raise the energy in here a little bit? Start thinking about what you're happy you have. Look, in the middle of all this, it is weird. In the middle of all of the lockdown and everything, I went to a store, to a grocery store, and still ended up with a guy asking me on a date. 20 years younger than me. Can't complain. I went on a date still, you know. So, uh, yeah. Basically, the more you are grateful for, the more you will draw into your life. I am grateful for all of you. I'm grateful that I finally got this channel working, and it was really a big energy shift. And then, boom, everything started working to get this on. And it just was like it because nothing was working, and then, boom, all of a sudden it was working. It was time. It was just time. So I think probably we should be happy that maybe we know what we want. And I think that gets in the way too sometimes. If you once you get older and you've dated a lot or you've had a lot of experiences, you start to form an opinion of what you want and what you don't want. And a lot of times you won't even try. Hey, Ness. Hey, baby. How you doing, mama? Hey, speaking of Jason Momoa, mama. Right. Yeah. Appreciation. Is it the one where you think of one thing and then it just goes out from there? Like you think, gee, I'm glad I have a roof over my head. And I'm glad that I could afford to pay the rent. And I'm glad that, and in lieu of that, you look out and you go, I'm glad that we have paved roads because otherwise it'd be really hard to drive the car on a dirt road all the time. Glad I have a car. Glad I have, and it just goes out from there. I'm glad it's a beautiful day that I could see the sky. I'm glad I live in a place where I can see the sky. I'm glad that I have all my appendages. I'm glad that all my hair hasn't fallen out. I'm thankful that, etc. And the more that you think like that, the more you think of that really I have a lot. I have a lot to be grateful for. Here, let me put the link out. I even forgot about putting the link out. Doggone it all. I do have to put that link out. Here you go. Okay. So I forgot. Nobody reminded me to put the link out so you guys could come in and tell us stuff. Denali, you're new here. And for anybody who's been here knows this, but you're new here. When I put the link out, if you have something that you want to tell us all and you want to be a guest, you come right on in and be a guest, sweetheart. Because this is about you guys. Yeah. It's about you guys, too. There you go. I can admit when a guy's good looking. I can admit when a girl's good looking. I tell my friends all the time, I bet it's Kim. I bet it's Kim. It's Kim.
It's me. Why would it be me?
Ooh, you're kind of loud, sweetie. That's okay.
I turned off my YouTube.
It's okay. Coming in pretty loud, but that's okay. We can hear you for sure.
Well, there we go. So I'll explain a little bit about this appreciation thing.
Wait. I do have to turn this down because I have neighbors. This is really loud. Okay, there. Sorry. Okay, now go ahead, hon.
That's okay. I'll turn my volume down too. I don't have YouTube on, so I don't know why it's so loud, but
it's not echoing. It's just you're really coming in clear. I'm loud.
Must be a good signal then.
Okay, it's a good signal.
So, Michael Bernard Beckwith, who you may know, he has a facility called the Agape International Spiritual Center, and there are people there who can learn to become licensed.
Molly. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
No, yeah, do that. That's an access consciousness thing. How can it possibly get any better? Always ask the universe a positive question. Go on.
Exactly. So, at Agape, people can learn to become a licensed spiritual practitioner, and one of the practitioners taught everybody this during one of the They do like Monday through Saturday, they do like affirmative prayer at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then they do meditation at noon. One of the practitioners, her name is Susie Lula, and she talked about, she was teaching how to do affirmative prayer, but she says, before I teach anybody how to do that, I teach them appreciation. And she said, it's different than gratitude.
Cool.
Yeah, she says, when you get up in the morning, and she says, you don't have to do it first thing in the morning, because usually, we're not all that coherent, right? But usually when you sort of, if you're working from home or, going to school or whatever, and you kind of get, just before you get settled into doing whatever that is, the first thing that you do is you take a look around and you go, I am so glad, I appreciate myself for making sure I have water to drink this morning. I appreciate myself for making sure I had my coffee ready to go this morning. I appreciate that I went to get gas for my car last night, because now I have gas so I can go and do the things I need to do. So in other words, it's about being appreciative of yourself, and that starts the energy.
That sounds like
flowing,
the process
right?
I'm doing.
And then if you have people in your life, like if you've got a partner, or you've got kids, or you've got like neighbors that you're close with, then you can go, well, I appreciate this about them, or I appreciate that they did this for me, right? Then you go into the gratitude. I'm thankful I have eyes to see the computer. I'm thankful that I have a carpet on the floor so my feet don't get cold. I'm thankful that I have food in my cupboards, and I have a place to take a shower, and I have, I'm grateful for this and this and this. And then once you've done that, then you can move into the whole thing about affirmative prayer, which is different than the prayer we've all been taught, which is the let's beg God for what we want and hope he gives it to us.
No, that's not
Right? Because that is the prayer that teaches you, that kind of prayer teaches you that God's out there somewhere, and God isn't out there somewhere. God's in
and
here.
may or may not,
Yeah.
No.
So what
Just a little bit.
what they teach at Agape is you start with gratitude, right? And then the way that I sort of learned this is, so you do the appreciation, then you do the gratitude thing, and you can say, and what Susie said is, by saying this out loud, it sinks into your psyche, and that's what raises the energy of source within you. So you do the appreciation, you do the gratitude. So you begin with that. And obviously, I mean, you don't want to rattle on with a long list of things. Just, I'm grateful that I'm taking this time to spend time with Source. And you can do, she taught, you can do the prayer before you do the meditation, or it feels better if you actually do the prayer after meditation, because you're already in that zone, right? So once you've done the gratitude, then you move into step 2, which is, I think, yeah, they call it recognition, which is, because God is omnipresent and omnipotent, you want to recognize that, right? So you want to recognize that that energy is everywhere, that it's within you, and it's connected to everything else, right? And then once you do that, that begins to awaken the energy even more. And then you move into unification. So then you talk about how you are unified with this energy and how everybody else is unified with this energy. So you move into more of a oneness mindset. And I mean, you can phrase it however you like, but I think you can kind of see where I'm going there. And then once you do that, then you move into realization, which is phrases that start with things like that I know, or I know that there is, right? So it could be something like, I know that I'm abundant. I know that my life is full of grace. I know that the things that I am seeking, if I'm asking for a job, I know that that job is out there for me. I know that the right job will come because, it will be presented to me in the right time, in the right space, so you go into that realization mode. So it's not so much that you're asking, it's you've already acknowledged it, which essentially affirmative prayer really is a path to practicing the law of attraction, right? Mm-hmm. So you've done your appreciation, your gratitude, your realization, your unification. I should say your unification, your realization, which is all acknowledgement. And then you move into Thanksgiving, which, as one of the practitioners teaches, Meister Eckhart wrote, if the only prayer you said in your life was thank you, that would suffice. In other words, once you've gone through all the other steps, then you say thank you. Thank you. You could say thank you to your spiritual teachers. You can say thank you to Source for giving you the awareness of it. You can say thank you for, which obviously is also different than gratitude, right? So you'd want to, sort of get into that, being thankful for people, for situations, that kind of thing. And then you close the prayer off. The last step is release, which is simply, I let this go. Like I let it go so that it can release its energy into the universe and it can come into fruition or whatever it is. So, I mean, I had a whole thing that I was reading off of there and I was just trying to sum it up. But essentially, when I learned how to do that, your vibration just gets so strong. You almost have to ground yourself again to kind of be able to go and do what you were doing. But essentially what you're doing is you're trying to put your energy out there to create what you're essentially wanting to receive from the universe, right?
Excuse me for a moment. Just a moment. Have a couple of people doing stuff and asking questions and stuff. So, yes, I would love to. And let us imagine that we are having a campfire together. I would love to have that someday with you guys. And let us imagine that this is indeed our campfire. And, oh, okay. I just got a thing. I'm getting chills all over. Okay, Kimmy. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to do something. Okay.
No problem. I'm finished. I've said what I've needed to say.
Okay, thank you, sweetie. That was a wonderful explanation of that. Um, okay. Pappy, would you like to speak? I have something that I want to say too. Yeah, that's going to be one of the meditations. We're going to be around the campfire. I'm going to do that meditation. We're going to be around the campfire together. Look at what Pappy wrote. We could do that. We could absolutely do that. I'm getting chills. I think we should. I think we should do that. I don't know if tonight's the night for it. Pappy, do you want to come in and say something? Yeah, I feel like one of these times what I want to do is get out the guitar and just sing songs around the campfire with you guys. I'd love to do that. I have a guitar, and it would be so much fun to just have a virtual campfire meeting. And I think we should do it. You know what? We should do it. I think we should. But tonight, it's like I've got this weird feeling. It's like something's trying to come to me. It's this weird floaty feeling. I wish. I wish we should get a band. I can have up to 6 people in here. We should have a band. We should have a jam. Let's do a meditation and just connect with our campfire. When we come in here again, we can sit around that campfire again. Hey, Pappy. Pappy's getting ready to come in. We're going to have a virtual campfire. Yes. I would like you to just sit quietly and breathe and let your breath come in and out easy. Don't fret about anything. Drop all your cares and imagine yourself in a beautiful, nice, quiet spot at night with a beautiful roaring campfire in front of you. And all of your friends are around you. I'm getting chills. You're all coming here. You are doing it. You are doing it, folks. You are around the campfire. Imagine yourself sitting around the campfire. I'm getting all kinds of chills with all your friends here online. And imagine that connection. And as you see yourself watching this beautiful warm campfire and sitting next to your friends who all love you, just give gratitude for that and realize that this circle that we have here is so powerful. Is so powerful. We could create, we could intend anything. Let's intend that whatever is the best for the world, and maybe we don't know with our human mind what that is. Let's intend that the very best is going to happen, and that the future timeline, no matter what it looks like now, we're going to have the best world we ever had. We're going to have the best life we ever had. It's going to be better than it has ever been for humanity on this planet. It's going to be wonderful. And we're bringing in the positive timeline. 100%. Don't have one doubt about it. Don't have one doubt that we can't. Don't doubt it at all. We can. You know, Creator put this on us to come together like this. Yes. Okay. I'm going to let Pappy speak now. Pappy, what do you have to say to us?
Howdy. First off, I want to thank each of you for the input that you put into not so much the words that I've been reading or the words that I've been hearing, okay, but the truth that was coming across between the words and between the letters and stuff. And that is really just a clarification and a validation, you know, that distance in time doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot when it comes to connection. You know, the connection through the common source, you know, once you recognize that the common source is within you, you become time and space travelers. And it's really great. Yeah, my energy level was high tonight, you know, so I thought I would come on at your invitation, and
Absolutely.
maybe we can discuss a few things.
I've been waiting for you.
Well, you're certainly taking on a nice rosy tone there. I'm hoping we're not heating up so much that you know, I'm going to self-combust.
I have all kinds of sensations going on up and down my spine and all over. We are really vibing tonight, man. I mean, we could do anything we want tonight. Really.
Well, you know, in these times like this, when there's just so much energy going out there, one of the things that you see is that like energy is attracting to each other. Okay, and when the two different energies come together, there's always seems to be friction. And I have found that the strongest, most enduring type of energy is that higher vibrational energy of these people coming together. There may not be a lot of us, you know, because we're not the normies. You know, if you take it in the context of the world that we live in, we're not the normies. But if you take it in the context of the world that each of us individually live in, the rest of them become not the normies, you know, because it is all in the eye of the reality that you're accepting into your life, isn't it?
I am so grateful to be able to have this dream and to be able to feel this and to be able to make the space for this to happen.
Yes, and that's important. You know, even the little videos that I do in front of my little stove in my teepee, that's what it's all about. You know, I'm not sending it out to all the billions of people on this planet, you know, because I learned a long time ago, you know, Creator puts the invitation out there. Some people see it. Some people respond to it. Yes. Some people actually take it and own it, but fewer people take it and use it the way it was designed to be used. And it wasn't designed to be used for separation. It wasn't designed to be used to say, look at me, I'm greater than thou. It was designed to humble the person and say, look, you're a useful tool for creation. You know, so if you look at it in that way, you know, that giving sets up such a current of receiving on the other end that it's just a wonderful flow. I mean, you can probably put up with most everything. You can go out and find all 4 tires on your car flat. Well, okay, I only had to go 3 blocks, I'll walk. Come back and pump up the tires later on. You know, it's all in the context. And once you understand that connection that we've been talking about earlier, other things, they lose their importance to us. They really do. You get to be an old fellow like me, and you've had a chance to tromp around the world and get in and out of mischief and hard times and things like that. I'm still here. The only thing that's different is that I've taken everything that I've learned up to this point, and now I'm starting to apply it with the wisdom that I didn't have before, with the experiences that I had before. They're all lessons now, and everyone in here. And it doesn't make any difference how old you are. Some of you may be older than me. I don't think so. But anyways, it doesn't make any difference. Whatever comes to you is a lesson. And that lesson is really a teaching about yourself and about your connection and your great worth in the Creator's eyes of what you can be. You got to run with that. Or in my case, I just walk quickly.
Or speed walk. And some of us, yeah, me, I'm a speed walker, really. If you see me running, you better run, because something big is chasing me.
Yeah, well, good. Well, good. Something should be big chasing you, The thing is that those big things that's chasing us, we get afraid of them. We get afraid of them because we haven't encountered them before. We don't know what they are. And in our mind, that creates fear. And we'll take that fear and turn it into something that it was never designed to be, and then when you finally face your fear, you find out that, you were running from a shadow. You were running from your own shadow. It was just trying to catch up to you, And there was just a great teaching many, many years ago. And it was by a blind woman. And they asked this woman, you're in the dark all the time. How do you maintain your joy in life? And she says, I can turn my face and feel the sun. And if I feel the sun on my face, I never see the shadows. Well, the same thing is that glow of that campfire that is within each of us. That spark of creation which is within each of us. If we can feel that glow on our face, if we can feel that glow on our thinking, if we can feel that glow in our hands as we give to somebody else, we don't have time for the shadows. There aren't any. And so that's kind of the philosophy that I've learned to live with. I'm not saying there isn't light and dark. Without it, there's no movement. But when it comes to energy, like I mentioned in chat earlier, we weren't designed to hold this energy. We were designed to allow this energy to flow through us freely, whether positive or negative. That's our choice. Positive energy is much more healthy for us and much more harmonious. If you let that energy flow through you, you keep your pipes clean, so to speak, so it flows through nice. You'll have a never-ending supply of energy coming in, because that which you were given away is not yours in the first place. It's something you borrowed, just like this body that we all have. We borrowed this from the elements of the earth. The food we've eaten, the water we've drank, the minerals that have been taken up. We grow like the green growers do. We take all of that up. And when they die, it goes back to the earth that it comes from. But the spirit within, Tagushkashka, that I call it, the spirit that is in all things. Okay, that's the one thing that's common. It doesn't make any difference if the atoms are so close like a stone or they're so wispy like the fog. Creator is between the atoms. That's the most space there is. And if Creator moves and that spirit moves within the space of those atoms, it moves through all things collectively. So, yes, we're all related, aren't we?
Obviously, we have to be. We have to be. This is not rocket science. It should be obvious. There are so many things that should be just obvious that we have been trained against. You know, it's crazy,
Well, if
really.
that was obvious to everybody, we wouldn't be able to be controlled, would we?
Exactly. Happy, healthy people are sure hard to control.
Mm-hmm.
Happy, healthy, content people, boy, what do you do with those? They do what they
Yep.
want to do.
Happy, healthy people don't make the big pharmacy rich, do they?
No, they don't. No, happy, healthy people that are living abundantly, they're happy to share. I don't have any problem with that. You know what? Most of the stuff that is problems for us has been made for us.
Oh,
We
yeah.
we didn't we aren't like that. You know what? People argue with me that, oh, and human beings are like a cancer on the earth. And I was like, no, we're not. No, 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 no. And then the wrath of nature. No, there is no wrath of nature. She is beyond wrath. Are you trying to tell me she has? No, no. Mother Earth loves all her children. Not more. She doesn't love us more or less. She loves us all the same.
That's right. You know, a good example of that is I've got two dogs. Okay. One is a pit bull and the other one is a yellow lab. They both want 100% of the attention 100% of the time. So I've told my wife earlier tonight, I said that means that we have to give 200% all the time. Okay, because neither one of them are more important than another. And that got me to thinking. That got me to thinking about how busy creator must be, you know, because we all want 100% of the attention.
We're like mushrooms and mycelium. That's because we're mycelium taters. Facilium taters. Mycelium. Yeah, eat your shrooms, people. Kept in the dark and fed bull poop. There you go. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. You know what? Isn't it funny? They are. They're trying to keep us in the dark and feed us shit. And guess what? We're all turning into mycelium, but that's not a bad thing because mycelium are very interesting creatures. They can live even in a dark environment, and they actually thrive on that. So it's like, if they're treating us like mushrooms, maybe we'll be magic mushrooms. But for everybody else, it's like, wake the heck up, people. But you know what? You don't really just be you. You will wake people up just by being you. They'll finally get to the point where they sit there and go, you know what? Like some people do here where I live. It's older people. And this one guy, he always goes, she's always happy. Every time I see her, she's happy. Almost like, how does she do that?
Well, happy can be simply explained as satisfied.
Yeah.
You know, if you're satisfied with where you are, you don't have to have a whole heck of a lot. You know, one of the things that I used to do a teaching, and it was called, and it had to do with hoarding. You know, we're taught to buy this and get the latest this, and you know, your status changes if you have this, and a lot of people really work very hard to get those things, and they say they're happy, but in actuality, they think that, you know, they're standing on top of the world. But when you hoard all of this stuff, it's like filling your house up to the point where you've got just a little simple pathway to get from point A to point B. And you find out that all of these things that you thought were going to make you happy, you're not standing on top of the mountain, you're getting buried by it. And it becomes stuff that you're trying to carry around with you that ultimately has no real importance in your life when it comes down to the KISS principle. I think that creator wants us to, keep it simple. You know, if you keep it simple, nobody has needs, nobody has wants. everybody is satisfied, but we can't keep it simple, and that's just something that we're striving towards, but we haven't achieved that goal yet. Individually, maybe some of us, but collectively, not yet. We'll get there.
Michael Tellinger has a great take on this. And if you guys are not familiar with Michael Tellinger, really become familiar with him. He's all over YouTube. So he has got a lot of interesting ideas. He started out by talking about the antiquities and weird things in Africa. Marie Bond isn't here, but I hope she sees it in the replay. But honestly, Michael Tellinger designed a plan for a society where you only have to work about, he said, going by his plan, and he's got a village that's working this way now. Everybody only has to work 4 hours for everybody to have everything they need. We don't really need to work all these hours if we work together and we do things together like a community, like a family, like a tribe. We don't have to individually do it. The nuclear family is a failure too. Not only are cities a failure, the nuclear family is a failure. The nuclear family, look at how many families don't even have the father now. How many families where the grandparent has to raise the kids because everybody else is working. It's a failure. It's a failure. The extended family. Now there was some sense. All of the older people, they knew. All of the indigenous people, they still know. I mean, they still know this. The nuclear family is a failure. That's what I'm saying. And we need to remember that and not depend just strictly on, nobody's an island and no family should be an island either, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, go ahead, Pappy. I'm sorry. I just had to say that.
Well, let's take that a step further into what is going on additionally since the nuclear family, or the concept of the nuclear family, or the moral values surrounding the nuclear family have been allowed to erode over time, in some cases by intent. Now we've got this virus going around that I call bananas, a bananas virus, because it made everybody go bananas. Now you've got these same people that were affected by the breakup of the nuclear family, some of them in long-term care facilities, some of them in other placement facilities, things of this nature. They can't even have visitors from their own family. We are being separated by policy and fear to even attempt to reach out and connect again. And I am convinced fully that is by design. And I think people are starting to revolt over that. It's something simple like a mask that can prevent the spread of infection is now being viewed as a way to muzzle you and keep you separate. You don't see others' smiles anymore. You don't understand their words they're saying anymore. It's like it's trying to disrupt the energy connection.
Pappy, I think it was by design all the time.
Yeah.
I think that was always the intention.
Yep.
Yeah, because it muffles your words. You can't see the expression, half of the face. We rely on that so much. What's really going on?
You don't have to be related to someone to love them. Well,
not physically.
I mean, what I'm trying to say is that love, that simple word, is such a powerful word if it's put with the energy that's supposed to go with it. It transcends all the other things that we as human beings have to put on things as labels. We need to label and name everything. Okay? Rather than feeling we have to rationalize it and put it in a logical sequence and things of this nature. And instead of feeling with emotions and filtering it through our heart center, you know, that's where we get the truth from. You know, but we've allowed our eyes and our ears to become our truth. And, you know, that's unfortunate. I mean, I can see that now. I couldn't see that in my early life either.
Love, Ness. Have a wonderful dinner. I bet it'll taste really good now. I bet it'll taste really, really good. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you guys are so. See, that is. I think I've developed a new genre here of video. And I'm not sure exactly what to call it. Maybe a viewer driven video. Oh, he took off. Pappy, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. That was brilliant. I've been waiting for you to come on. Thank you. That was amazing. If anybody else has something to say, there it is. I'll send it out. You put effort into love, fight for your love to be a gift. You know what? You guys are such a gift to me. Hey, he's back. He's back. There you go. He's back. Yeah, honestly, we really need to start. Maybe we will start with a campfire from now on. I think it will start my videos by having a campfire meeting, and we'll all connect. We're all connected already, and that's what we'll have. We'll have a campfire every time we come in. It'll be wonderful. I feel so happy right now. This has made me so happy. Oops, he dropped again. Let me put it out again. Let me put the link again. Yeah, I think he accidentally dropped. Well, he was lighting his smoke. Maybe something happened. There you go.
You hear me okay?
Yep, you're on.
I keep losing internet connection here, which isn't surprising. It's happened before.
Yeah, that's what I figured happened. I kept putting the link out so you could keep hitting it.
Yeah, it just bounced me off, and then I hit try again, and it bounced me off again. But I'm resilient. So what can I help you with tonight, rather than me sit here running my mouth?
You know what? I'm so happy. Does anybody else need some help? You helping me by just being here, my friend. With your wisdom, with your presence, with just your intentions, just your being. That's helpful.
Thank you.
All of you.
Well, I like to be helpful. Some of the comments that I had made earlier, that I'm an isolationist by choice. I don't want you to take that wrong. I'm not self-isolating to the point that I'm avoiding contact. I am being fastidious, if you will, picky, if you will, on where I share my energy any longer. I rely on the law of attraction to put me in contact with people that have a like energy. There's been enough conflict going on out there that I don't need to have any more of it in my life if I can avoid it. And the type of energy that I work in and work with now and prefer to operate my operating system on is so much more enjoyable. And I look for people like that. And the people that get attracted to that energy are two types. There are those that are waiting to be able to express that energy themselves to others and need help doing it. And there are those that can already do that and have put themselves into positions to be pathfinders or guides or pointers or even just a support group as they go through their individual learning process. You know, each of us have been on a pathway, and all of us have different capabilities at different levels. Okay. And not everybody is going to be the same. It's not designed to be the same. The little pieces have to be individual to come together for the big piece to work. And we're all little pieces of creation. You know, not all of the trees that grow in the forest will ever make it to maturity. Some of them, they don't get the light, they don't get the nutrients, and they die back. But those that have it become the home of so many other things, so much other energy. They are the holders of the energy. And as holders of the energy, like I mentioned before, you have to be very generous with the energy, because if you can't get it to flow out of you, even the grandest tree out there can pull in all the carbon dioxide, but if it doesn't release any of the oxygen to us, it isn't fulfilling its purpose. You know, so you know, you're doing your thing there, and you're growing at the same time. I'm doing my thing. I'm growing at the same time. Everybody else is growing. And to me, it reminds me of a field of wildflowers. All are different. They're different colors. They're different types. And together, it's just a beautiful, beautiful scene. And I think that, you know, it makes me happy when I see it. So I'm hoping that, you know, maybe it makes creators smile too. That's the way that I see people.
Oh, here we go. I don't know what the poem was.
Okay. Yeah, I do write some poetry and stuff, you know, and I've got quite a few poems there, Belle. You know, I'm getting to be an old fella now, so I got limited space between these two headphones right here, you know, so something new will come in this ear or here, and something that I'm supposed to remember fell out of this one. Which poem was it?
You know what?
Oh, brother.
Hey, you're going to have to come in here and do a poem then.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got a few of them, but
I have some songs I'm going to do. We're going to do music. Yeah. We will have a campfire where I pull out my guitar and we sing around the campfire.
you can sit around. You know, there's just so much teaching in the spoken word that's spoken in a way that has a flow to it. Okay, and singing and musical instruments and stuff that have a flow to it that triggers a key within us that becomes part of our memory, and it becomes a key that brings things back and unlocks other things. And both of those are sounds that have been sent out with intent and with emotion, and they have power. And boy, that power can be channeled for just wonderful things.
Amazing. Amazing, yes. Hey, Aaron, why don't you come in here and share it if you're serious? You really have a poem for us? Just click that little link. You'll come right backstage. It's easy. Oh, you can't. Well, you don't have to show your face. You can come in without showing your face. Balmer did it. But okay, one of these days, please come in and do that. You know what? Honestly, I have said this before. I've wanted always to do something like this. The fact that I can do it now tells me that the world has shifted in a good way. I just could never get it to work. I always had to duck and cover every time I would pop my head up for a long, long time. I would always have to look out and be careful. I don't think that's going to happen like that anymore. I think I'm out of that phase now. The way that this happened, that I was able to do this stream and everything, the way that everything came together at just a certain day, at just a certain time. It was like nothing was working, then suddenly everything was working. And I come in and it's working out great. And I have the best chatters, honestly, on YouTube. Come in here. And I couldn't, yes, I could. You know what I'm going to say? How does it get any better? Always ask the universe a positive question, right? Everybody, don't ever ask a question you don't want to know the answer to, because you might get the answer. And you might not want the answer. You might have to live through the answer. I've done that before, and I don't recommend it. So always ask a positive question. And one of the most positive questions you can ask in any event, whether it is a good event or a bad event, or how does this get any better? Dare the universe to show you how it can get better. If you're gonna
You know do you know what is so interesting about people of this type of energy coming together? You know, the teepee that I have is not very large, you know, and physically I couldn't get maybe 10 people in there, and that would be about it, you know. But spiritually, oh my goodness, I can get everybody that wants to join in there. And that's the wonderful thing about it, is that even though all of those people would be together someplace spiritually like that, everybody has their own freedom. And that's what your channel is doing. You know, you light the campfire like I light the campfire. People smell that smoke and say, I'm going to go over and check that out. You know, and they come and sit down around your campfire and my campfire and have a good time. And we can just get everybody in there and get cozy. So yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I feel so good when I'm doing this. I know this has got to be part of my purpose. I feel so alive. And I mean, there's been times when we've gone a long time and I'm just, you know, because I've been doing some stuff all day. But most of the time in here, when we're in here and we're having guest after guest after guest, and all you people are coming in and putting your 2 cents worth, or sometimes a lot more than 2 cents, it is so rewarding for me that I can't feel anything but wonderful. And the pain, a lot of times the pain goes away. But still, I want to sit in a comfortable chair. Hedge my bets. Oops, I think he dropped again. Oopsie. Oopsie. Maybe he'll come back in. He's a great guy, huh? You like him, huh? Yeah, he's a good guy. Get you back in here.
Okay, I'm having some connectivity issues here, obviously.
I bet you are.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to hop off before I lose all of my internet. First off, I want to thank you for inviting me onto your show, and the opportunity to interact with other people. I'm going to tell you this. I not only read your words, but I felt what you were saying. And you know that movie Avatar? You know the movie that I'm talking about?
I think most of us saw Avatar.
Okay. I'll say this then, and it has a lot of meaning. I see you.
Yes. I see you too.
All right.
And
Well, good
even
night, everyone. I'll join you in chat again. Okay. Because, if I lose the internet, then it isn't quite as traumatic as this, seeing myself disappear. seeing you disappear.
Oh, you're just like the Cheshire Cat.
Okay.
All that's left is a smile.
I'll come back in, at some time in the future.
Yeah,
Certainly want to give.
come back and chat some other time. You're always
Yeah, some other time. Yeah, my mother was a wind, so I can talk sometimes too much.
Me too. But then again, since I'm a host of a channel,
Okay, I'll
it's a
see you
good
later.
that I can talk. It's a wonderful thing that I can actually. Out of the stream. It is really, yeah. I don't have an email for this channel yet. I tried and it just got so clogged. However, yeah, I tell you what, if you can post it, I'll read it. If you can post it somewhere. Oh, Denali Princess wants to know who the spirits are behind Pappy, 2 bears. See, I got a bear too. I have a bear. You can tell if you start getting to where you want to sleepy and you want to hibernate, you probably have a bear among your spirit animals. Or some kind of hibernating animal. It might be a bat or something, but you have a hibernating animal. And a lot of times it's a bear. A brief intermission, very brief. Whoopsie. Yeah, well, I'm new. I'm the new girl. I think I'm doing pretty good for all that. I haven't been doing this for years and years and years. I've only been doing this for a month. So I think I'm doing pretty good for all that. Your dreams are not back. Okay, wait a minute. We got something going on here. You made it back. Yay. I almost, somehow something happened and I almost went out, Pappy. So the internet is acting a little skittish tonight. I don't know what's going on, but it may just be that we're having so much energy. We're raising so much energy that the AI is just going, we may just be like, I'm sorry, but that's kind of a funny thought, isn't it? We maybe the energy may be confusing the AI. Like, where's all that coming from? Wow. Squirrels hibernate. I didn't know. Pappy, people want to know who the spirits are behind you. Darn. We'll get it in here. I'll tell you what, I have a show tomorrow. If you post it in comments after this show, is over, if you post it in comments, I will read it on the air tomorrow. How's that? And I will try and come up with a logical, some kind of a email or something. Right now I'm telling people just to come to MeWe and get a hold of me in the Wooooo group and then message me, because I look at that. I actually bother to look at that. I mostly ignore Facebook. I'm sorry. I can't hardly stand the place anymore. I try. I should be on Facebook more, maybe. It would be a good way to expand, but I just don't like it so much. Weird dreams. You know what? I've been having it. My purple energy is really coming through. Am I purple? Am I real purple? Yes, I am. Okay, I'll tell you guys this because it's weird but true. My real self, I've seen what I look like, really. I don't really look like this. My real self is kind of a periwinkle blue, kind of purpley. I can't explain that right now, but I will tell you, yeah. But you might be seeing that partly because I do have a plant light, so it might be throwing the purple. But yeah, it seems like it's throwing, like there's all this purple right on my forehead, and not too much the rest of me. It's like mostly right around my third eye area, and very vivid. So yeah, weird dreams. I have been having weird dreams, man. I have been having weird dreams. But now this is interesting. I had a dream about a troll living in a trailer park. And then I had 2 people thumbs down my last stream. And then I had a dream. Pardon me. Oh, wow. We've been on nearly 3 hours again. I'm going to have to buy the unlimited for this month. Because darn it, I don't want to quit until we want to quit. So, and then I had a dream, somebody who was harassing me because I climbed to the top of a building with no effort and then came back down and was going to walk somewhere. And somebody started harassing me because I climbed on top of the building. And I said, don't bother me. I'm not, there's nothing wrong with that. And then they harassed me about something I was doing that I looked, and something else and something else. And I just said, just quit, quit harassing me. And I started to run, and they ran after me, brandishing a cell phone at me, this girl. And soon a second one joined her, and they were both ringing at me. And I was coming down this way, and this long sidewalk, and I saw that as I turned the corner, they were going to come and try and cut me off. And you know what I did? I woke up, and I'm like, oh, what was that? But I know what to do in these dreams. And these dreams where you're being chased. Go back and finish them. So I went back into my dream, and I turned around, and I put out my 2 fists, and they ran right into them and fell back on the ground. And I said, quit harassing me. And I took the girl's cell phone that she was trying to smack me with, and I threw it way far away. Yeah, I'm going to call the cops. I said, I'm going to call the police and tell them you're harassing me. So don't harass me anymore. And then I woke up again. So if it resolves your dream, resolve your dreams when these things happen. You'll be glad you did. It'll put you in a much better mood when you wake up the next time. It's like, if you think that you're going to intimidate me in my own dream, you have another thing coming. I don't recommend that you punch people out. or hurt their cell phone or do anything like that. But, you know, in dream time, it's kind of important to take up for yourself. Anyway. Oh, Portable Tree made it in. Hi, Portable. Nessie Monster wants to know if Denali's a starseed, and I'd venture a yes myself if I were to guess. I would think, yeah. Yeah. Because I would say most of us are, yeah, if not all of us. And definitely the people in here have got to be. Yeah, I hear that too. If you're fascinated with, pardon me, certain constellations, that's where you're from. And oh dear, oh wow, I yawned. That's terrible. That means probably some of you are yawning too now. Yeah, that'd be great if Pappy came in and read that. He's welcome to do that. You are welcome to come in and read your poetry. That is fine with me too. And like I said, I think I've created a new genre because what do I feature here? I feature you guys mostly. I feature your comments. And it's wonderful that I have a tool to do that. I just love that StreamYard lets me do this so easily. I would recommend it to anybody who's trying to do this. It is very easy. And there is a thing that if somebody starts streaming who off of my link, it could actually help me if they, you know, start to do the full-time thing or something. I might put that link so that if somebody wants to start, maybe they can start off my link and maybe I'll get a little bit of money off of my bill. But anyway, anyway, Orion and Beetlejuice. Orion and Beetlejuice. Interesting. Yeah. Hmm. The next exciting installment. Oh no. Yikes. Well, they're starting the lockdowns again. I betcha. And they're going in for another, they're continuing. How do they expect to get anything done? Oy. I do too, Denali. Seems like I'm getting them all the time. We already did that. Yes, he will. Portable tree, Trump will definitely win, and so will Biden. Yep. We went over that. Trump will win and Biden will also. And they will also both lose. And it's going to be weird. Really weird. Really weird. Let me see if it's still looking that way. Here, I'll get out my little pendulum if you like. Here's my little butterfly pendulum. Okay. Okay, will Trump win the election? Yes, stop. Will Biden win the election? Yes. And no. I think what it's trying to say is they're both going to look like they won at some point. It's going to be contested hotly. There's going to be a lot of controversy over it. I also checked. We must keep positive thoughts for the POTUS because somebody means him harm. That's what I'm going to say. And thoughts to keep him safe. And then I think what's going to happen is it's going to be argued back and forth. And eventually Trump will emerge victorious, but not after a lot of back and forth. But not until after a lot of back and forth, I should say, is what it looks like. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a circus. You know, buy your popcorn. Get ready for the elephants to show up. And the donkeys. Funny that those two animals are the symbols. Anyway, let's see. Let's see. If you go to somebody's house in Montreal, you both get huge fines. Yikes. Really? Okay, gave it for 3 minutes. How about, do you want to come in? Oh, no, you can't come in. Never mind. No, there is no other chat portable. This is it. Aaron is trying to get a poem out to us. I really think probably would be easier to just put it in the comments, but we can try and see if everybody can stay quiet for a while. Give it a shot. Okay, everybody quit commenting for a while, and my pendulum has been okay, I'm just going to talk for a little bit so that we don't have the empty space. Dead air is not considered a good thing in broadcasting. So yes. Well, okay. Now we're going to try and let Aaron do his poem. Yeah, grassroots. Well, the thing about grassroots is, well, it's pretty much what I've been talking about. These big organizations, you give them money, where does it go? To the people that need it? In somebody's pocket. You tell me. But when it's the neighborhood looking out for others in the neighborhood, where does it go? It goes right to the person who needs it, doesn't it? That's the way it needs to be. Black, blue, and white swirl and blend into a fury, standing still in awe of what on the horizon is forming. Heart sending bullets, and soul soaring high in a hurry. Winds wisping words consuming. That is the first part of his poem. He's trying to do poetry. I'll ask. Yeah, I can hear him typing from here. Well, he will. Trump will win. And so will Biden. At this juncture, anyway. And then eventually Trump will win. But is what it looks like. It's just all adoring, love striking like lightning, and superheating brains to life. Thunder booming words, then rolling them into bodies, setting them on fire. Ooh, very powerful poetry. I'll ask. Oops. It's going around and around and around. Oh, we're confusing the heck out of it. It's going in circles. All right. It just gets weirder. Hell enters swiftly, and hail finds weakness, and enters like a dull knife. The listing rain pushes and pours forward, filling every cavity with desire. Well, some of the chicks are digging it. Overflowing and drowning the soul. Within destruction comes new life, eternal. And I take it that that is ARH, your initials, not R. Beautiful. That's a beautiful poem. Very beautiful poem. Very powerful poem. And I really still want to see the whole thing all in one piece in the comments, if you don't mind, Aaron, later after this is posted. It's very powerful imagery. I love it. It's a beautiful poem. That was fab. Yeah. Oh, you know how to get the ladies, don't you? Poetry will do it. Yep. Great. Yeah, I want to hear them. I want to read them. I'll even, like I said, I'll even do them on the stream. Or you can come in and get yourself ready and do them on the stream. But I do need some comments on my videos. It just helps with the algorithms and some thumbs up and some interaction on my videos once they get posted. If you don't mind. Yeah. Okay. You guys, we've been going for over 3 hours. I think I'm going to have to call it quits at 3:30. 3 hours and 30 minutes. And it's going to be hard because I feel so good. I could do it. But I also know that I want to get up and do some things tomorrow. And then we have a stream tomorrow. And I don't think I have anything important on Tuesday, so I can stay up well tomorrow. But they're telling me that I'm burning my hours pretty fast in here. But it's well worth it. I'm going to have to do something about that real soon, but I will. Okay, I need to go to bed too, Kimberly. I think, whether you think you do or not, maybe some of you need to get some rest if you've been up with us. And it's so hard to close these things down because we have so much fun. We're having such a great time. Why do we have to do it? Well, because, tomorrow comes. I always get this way. Most of the time, I think there was only one time when I was so tired that I was glad. But, because I want to give everybody a chance, but I was so tired. And most every other time, I'm just glad that we can do this and that we can be together like this. And I wish it could be much longer. And it will eventually get like that. I'll eventually get it like that for us. So don't worry. Okay. Have you got a reason list on Patreon? Raise yourself some money. I got to check into that. I do have a PayPal that is under Ocean Diana. So it could be that if you're interested, Ocean Diana, there's a PayPal me. I don't know. I could possibly do the PayPal me link or something, but I think somebody told me YouTube doesn't have that button anymore or something. They're doing a lot of weird things. So, you know what? Probably will, Kim. I think so. But if you do, click on my link. I think you will. Yeah. Patreon takes a cut. I don't think PayPal does. I'm not sure. I have to find out how it all works anymore. I know the YouTube takes a huge cut. People say Patreon takes less out of it. So, yeah, you need over 1,000 subscribers, and we don't have that yet. And at this moment, I don't even care. It'd be nice. I will. I'll post my PayPal in chat. I'll find out the PayPal me, but I think it's Ocean Diane. How do they set that up? Is that oceandiane.paypalme dot something like that? Well, mine, I know that I put it under Ocean Diana. Yeah, Patreon is a little less, I hear. And let me see if I can find out. Can I even find out? I'll tell you, I will by tomorrow night. I will be sure to find out exactly what my PayPal is. Yeah, that is my email address. Well, and then there's a PayPal me thing that you can do. It's like, it's something like paypal.me.ocean something dot, and it just goes right in. Like I said, putting my email in a chat. Oh my God. Every time I do that. Whoever the trolls, by the way, somebody tried to get in my Facebook account. Somebody from the UK tried to get into my Facebook account and I got alerted to it. So somebody is trying to troll me. Trying to hack me too. Yeah. Probably somebody in a trailer park somewhere. Because that's where I saw the troll in my dream. Well, isn't that interesting? We got less than 10 minutes. It was great to share happiness with everyone, and yes, I agree, Aaron. It's lovely. The link you posted just above. Okay. That. Let's see if I can. Not from here. I can't do anything. Maybe that. Let me see if I can do anything. No. No. It isn't going to work. Okay. Nessie, can you give me that in MeWe or something? Private message? Okay. Good to know, Kim. Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Kim, for that. That is so sweet. Yeah, I think you're probably, that's a good idea, Kim. They're going to try a bunch of stuff. Yeah, old man cat will love it. Yeah. It's going to be lovely. We certainly love our little fur babies and our fur buddies and our feather buddies and even our scaly buddies. I had the cutest little garter snake and everybody goes, a snake! It's like, wow, my eyebrows are like purple. I just noticed my eyebrows are purple. Just as purple as this line, this blue-purple line. They're the same shade. You're right. I am. I'm turning into my other self, I guess. Oh boy. Bomber, you're a sweet girl. Yeah, we certainly love our fur babies. I had the cutest little garter snake, and some people just go nuts when I say snake and how cuddly this little snake was, but really sweet girl. Didn't bite. Just like to curl up in my hair and tickle my ears and look at dinner all day, which was swimming guppies. And then I let it hunt and pick out its own guppies to eat. And I figured that was as natural as I could get it for it. And then the cat would watch the snake would watch the guppies. The guppies would stare at their food. Everybody was staring at something all day. It gave them something to do. Gave them all something to do. Me watching the whole thing. So it was kind of an existential joke. Anyway. Okay. Aw. Yeah. Well, my cat kept bringing them in and scaring my mom half to death. Ah! And I kept having to take the snake out and put it out and, put it out further and put it out further. And the cat kept getting the snake and bringing it, maybe the same snake, maybe not. And that was her snake. I figured out that was her pet snake. What do you mean by trying to take my pet away? And so I finally put it in a terrarium, and it turned out to be a very friendly snake. And then the cat was happy, never dragged in anything like that again. It's happy to just sit and watch its pet snake all day. That's very sweet. You know what? And I thought about that too. Aaron. Yeah, they like spiders. Yum yum. Okay, it's time to wrap it up, loves. And I want to say, I love you. You are the best. Chat room. Sharing this campfire with you has been an honor, a privilege, and a heck of a lot of fun. And I feel so close to you all. Now, may the circle be open but unbroken. And go out and make some waves. And the truth is where you find it. Hope you're finding some of it here. I think you are. Yeah, I think so, Denali. Okay. Oh, Duke, you came in at the very, very, very end. Okay, we got 3 minutes. You're on. 3 minutes. No, actually 2.5 minutes before, less. 2 minutes before I have to shut down. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. Exactly. Right. Yeah. Make light waves in the world today. Absolutely. I deal with that a lot. Am I already getting shadow banned? I almost wouldn't doubt it, considering what we talk about here. I guess you're just going to have to tell people by word of mouth when I'm on. Yeah. Well, Duke, it's late for me here. It's 3 a.m. And I think I did my job for the night. So you're invited back tomorrow night when I will go on 10 or sometime thereafter. Hate to be so imprecise. Eastern Standard Time. And hopefully we will have another. I know we're going to have, it's going to be great. Because if you show up, it'll be great. Because you're great. You always are. You're the best. Okay. Yeah, I got to do that. Mods, can you help me do that? Because it's all I can do to get something out on the tube. And then it's all I can do to get, right now. And then I'm thinking, and then it takes about a half an hour really for me to make sure everything is working on this with the way things are here. So, okay. You're right though, Ness. Okay, take care, honey. I love you. Bye bye.